Might you, eventually, envision that the consummation of our universe may be the start of the accompanying one? Maybe one that is totally not quite the same as our own. Hypotheses of the multiverse are the same old thing in the realm of cosmology, yet proof for this hypothesis is arising. The James Webb Space Telescope has as of late conveyed the primary picture of another universe. Since the earliest times of recorded history, individuals have gazed toward the stars, looking at the sun, the moon, and the stars. For the earliest individuals, the sun and the moon were openings overhead through which light came into a world that these individuals envisioned as a level plate. Over hundreds of years, our species has found that we live on a ball that turns and whirls around a star, which is likewise a circle, close by endless different stars and planets. We are a little piece of an immense universe and a much more prominent multiverse. In spite of the fact that we have serious areas of strength for around 100 years, we actually don't have a deep understanding of room. Specialists are consistently tracking down additional oddities in the universe. They track down replies to old inquiries. However, numerous secrets remain. Up to this point, we didn't have the foggiest idea who made the universe or why. We didn't know whether the universe has an end or is unending. With our best telescopes, we've had the option to see around 13.3 billion light-years away. At the point when we look, we are continuously thinking back in time on the grounds that the light that telescopes like Hubble catch has ventured out across presence to contact us. We see the picture separate from all the other things when the light begun its excursion to us. This investigation into the past is intriguing. Thus, specialists had the option to think back almost to the introduction of the universe, or so they thought, for quite a while. Then came James Webb, the new space telescope from NASA, the Canadian Space Organization, and the European Space Office, ESA, which started tasks in the late spring of 2022. Indeed, even the primary pictures from the telescope touched off warmed banters among trained professionals. Today, there are 6 universes that ought to have existed at the beginning of mankind, for which there is not a great reason. Frameworks like Glass-z12 existed 250 to 350 million years after the enormous detonation, and that is hypothetically incomprehensible. As of now, a couple of stars ought to have gradually been meeting up to shape whole frameworks, and it would require 2 or 3 billion years to do as such. What's the significance here? Is the hypothesis of the huge explosion wrong, or is there something else altogether? Maybe we are checking one more universe out. The picture of the system bunch Macintoshes J0647+75 uncovers a dazzling perspective on a gathering of universes like valuable pearls shimmering in the tremendousness of room. What genuinely invigorates researchers about this picture isn't simply its excellence, yet the way that a similar district of the universe was imaged decades sooner by the Hubble Space Telescope. Be that as it may, the nature of the picture wasn't exactly as valuable, and especially, the old and ruddy articles behind the scenes couldn't be decoded. It was just certain that they existed, and that was sufficiently odd. The gravitational lensing impact, where little and far-off objects behind the scenes are amplified by huge articles in front, let specialists know that these faint marks of light were old, amazingly old. James Webb then uncovered stunning new subtleties because of the triple lensing impact. These systems are so old, brilliant, and profoundly organized that our smooth way appears to be very standard in correlation. Today, specialists are especially astounded by the brilliance information. Assuming that the readings are right, these cosmic systems have shaped a lot bigger number of stars than our universe. Every one of the guidelines of space science bomb here. It appears to be that researchers have fabricated all cosmological viewpoints around suspicions that are currently obviously deceptive. This is stunning for the people who put stock in the presence of a solitary universe and expected that everything inside this universe could be made sense of by Einstein's hypothesis of relativity. In the meantime, different parts of physical science have long recommended that it's undeniably more sensible to expect that we live in a universe that is only one of many, with various extra aspects or universes existing close by or even inside our own. These frameworks could go against our ongoing thoughts since they have a place with a completely unique reality and exist in a totally unique structure. One of the main newfound frameworks was Glass-z12. Universes are generally named after the observational strategies through which they are found. Glass represents gravitational lensing and cosmic explosion review, and Z12 shows the redshift esteem. The redshift esteem is utilized to gauge how much the universe has extended since the light left the world. For stargazers, The worth of Z12 is amazing in light of the fact that it implies the framework existed 300 to 400 million years after the enormous detonation. It's genuinely old, and as indicated by current cosmological hypotheses, apparently unthinkable. The disclosure of Glass-z12 was at that point celebrated as a sensation in the scholarly local area. However, considerably more seasoned and more unconventional systems followed. The universe applicant, CR7-93316, appears to top every one of the oddities. This article is old to such an extent that it existed just a short time after the enormous detonation. Be that as it may, this article shows one more extraordinary quality. Estimations of redshift yielded two exceptionally inquisitive outcomes. At a certain point, the item shown a redshift of 16.7, demonstrating outrageous age. Then, at that point, estimations of adjoining objects to CR7-93316 were taken, and in light of those, the system showed something else altogether. The cosmic system appeared to exist in two spots immediately. Researchers enthusiastically allude to this framework as the Schrödinger universe, motivated by the well-known quantum physicist Erwin Schrödinger, who showed the way that at the quantum level, something like two real factors can exist all the while. As per these speculations, in addition to the fact that it is feasible to have two universes, however, there are possibly endless more, existing in different and boundless structures. Researchers, wrestling with these estimation results and existing speculations, may in any case need to have confidence in an estimation blunder or uncertainty whether these places of light are worlds by any means. In any case, the spectroscopy examination to affirm the redshift is as yet continuous, and further information investigation from James Webb's infrared camera has proactively precluded the chance of it being a low-mass star or an inconspicuous dynamic cosmic core. We ought to consider that the disclosure of CR7-93316 was only the start of what is conceivable. NASA has recommended that the James Webb Space Telescope could hypothetically recognize worlds with a redshift more prominent than 20. These worlds would have existed just a brief time after the enormous detonation. Or on the other hand, maybe the telescope is looking a lot further into parts of our universe, which might affirm that we've experienced a restriction of presence inconsequential to the enormous detonation by any means. As of now, we can never again discuss the start of mankind, the universe, or the time after the enormous detonation. All things being equal, we change our expressing and allude to it as the edge of the known universe. There lies one more fascinating wellspring of light, which shows a very high redshift esteem in our pictures. The revelation of A2744Y1 is for sure a universe whose light has voyaged in excess of 13 billion years to contact us. A gathering of researchers consolidated the best telescopes on the planet, including Spitzer, ALMA, and Hubble, to catch one more picture of this exceptional universe. By social event information from various frequencies of light and joining them into one picture, the age and distance of the system are both dazzling. Not exclusively is the age and distance of this universe captivating, yet the pace of star arrangement outperforms anything recently thought to be conceivable in material science. Regardless of being ordinarily more modest than our own smooth-way cosmic system, A2744Y1 produces stars at a rate a few times quicker than that of the smooth way. This is profoundly surprising for a world in a youthful universe. The recognizable universe at present has a span of 46.1 billion light-years, and past that, there is logical much more. The better our innovation turns into, the further and more itemized our perceptions can reach. James Webb is hypothetically equipped for thinking back 13.6 billion years. If the huge explosion happened 13.8 quite a while back, there would ultimately be a cutoff to our perceptions. This is on the grounds that, 200,000 or 300,000 years after the huge explosion, the universe would have been totally dull. The primary stars are accepted to have framed solely after 380,000 years. Assuming space experts keep on finding considerably more established universes, it will without a doubt show that all past cosmological suspicions were off base. At this point, specialists at NASA are acquiring beginning experiences from the new telescope, which have proactively been astonishing. Nonetheless, we realize that time ordinarily brings new disclosures, and in a couple of years, researchers might have the option to open considerably more from the telescope's capacities. Then, maybe, we could at long last see what genuinely occurred at the purported dawn of mankind. Albeit the hypothesis of the enormous detonation appeared to be conceivable for some time, there was no proof to help its precision. With the ascent of quantum physical science, it became undeniably almost certain that our universe is an unimaginably factor, different, and potentially complex element. Models of the air pocket universe, or pocket universe, propose that our universe is encased in a tremendous air pocket and offers space with numerous different air pockets of changing sizes. The pocket universe hypothesis recommends that inside every universe, there are different segments where comparable, however marginally various circumstances might exist. These pockets could give admittance to various pieces of the multiverse, each with its own laws of physical science and real factors. As we keep on investigating the universe with trend-setting innovations like the James Webb Space Telescope, it's turning out to be progressively certain that the universe, and maybe the multiverse, hold secrets a long ways past what we once thought.